They are both perfectionists and also
lesbians. Say what?
Why, hello everyone. Welcome to my first ever video, excluding my sound effect videos. I'm your host, Argandine. As you've probably guessed by the title, I'm going to talk about why I believe Steven Universe and the Winx Club are more similar than you realize. However, I want to give a disclaimer that I might share some of the lore in both shows, so if you've not watched it and hate spoilers, I suggest you watch this video another time. That being said, let's get started. If we look at the Steven Universe show, we know that Steven is a half-human, half-gem hybrid who didn't really understand that until he was about 13 years old and he longed to fight with the gems. Similarly with Bloom's background story, although she is adopted by human beings, she didn't find out she was a fairy until she was 16 years old. Basically, both of them had hidden powers, if you will, and struggled as they attempted mastering them. In Bloom's family dynamic, she didn't know her real and magical parents until she became a fairy. They were both missing due to dominoes crashing, although thankfully they met in Season 6. In Steven's family dynamic, however, he does have his biological father with him, but Rose, or Pink Diamond, has never once appeared in the show, unfortunately, making Steven similar to Musa, given her mom is also no longer present in her life. Now on to my next point. Pretty self-explanatory, but in the Winx Club, the fairies of Althea all do their best to protect planet Earth. And the same for the Crystal Gems. They both had the same objective, which was to protect Earth from being taken over and destroyed, which took an immense amount of effort. This leads me to my next point, which is that they both also love animals. I mean, come on, this is pretty obvious. Bloom has Kiko, her rabbit, and the Winx Club in Season 4 created a website for animal adoption. They took good care of the animals, and even in Season 7 they featured magical pets. One per each fairy. Steven has his own pet lion, and that scruffy cat they adopted later in the series. Now, for the rest of the points, I'm going to compare the Crystal Gems and the Winx fairies. Amethyst and Stella are both very careless and lazy. They both also don't think before they speak, typically offending their peers. Connie and Roxy didn't become fighters in their shows until a certain period. Connie started taking sword training, and Roxy was shocked upon finding out her fairy powers, which was dog water. Literally. Like, what do you mean she's a pet fairy? Does she infect you with rabies or something? Anywho, they both learned to become fighters and are mainly side characters in fights. Garnet and Tecna are good at analyzing things and predicting things. They're also at times perceived as the nonchalant or the emotionless friend. Jasper and the Trix, in the most respectful way possible, are the most bitter bitches in their series who don't ever know when to stop. Lapis and Layla, aka Aisha, are both hydrogen-based fighting characters. Not only that, they both have a vengeance arc, as we know. Lapis was once a shattered gem attached to the back of a small mirror. Once freed, she sought revenge against the Crystal Gems as she'd seen them as a threat. The rest is history, similarly. In Season 4, when Aisha tragically lost Nabuhu,
do you see how that's incredibly offensive?
Yes, I do. That's why I said it.
She turned her back on the Winx Club, since they didn't believe vengeance was the answer. Thus causing a division, Aisha decided to join Nebula in destroying the Ogron motherfuckers, and again, the rest is history. Pearl and Diaspro are both pretty elegant trained beings, and also they're homewreckers. Well, technically Bloom homewrecked their relationship, but Diaspro sure is chasing a dude that probably would hook up with her in private and friendzone her in public. Next up is Pearl and Tecna. They are both perfectionists and also lesbians. I mean, have you seen how Tecna treats Timmy? And those lesbian haircuts aren't helping their case. I don't have much to say about this one besides that they're both ambitious and also they both had the same sword. In Layla's first appearance fighting Lord Darker, we saw that she'd formed her own pink shield, which looked similar to Steven's. Let's take a look.
You should be too weak.
Now let's compare it to Steven's.
Lapis! I don't want to fight anymore! I said, I don't want to fight!
Flora and Steven are both compassionate beings who don't believe violence is the answer, and help anyone, including their own enemies at times. They both also love gardening. Well, guys, that's all for today. Thanks a lot for watching. If you enjoyed today's video, please do drop a like and consider subscribing for more content like this. And let me know in the comments any suggestions for what videos I should make next. That said, bye.